From superstars to rookies to out-of-nowhere breakout sensations, you're about to find out the most shocking NBA players in 2023. Despite being out for the last 7 games, Tyrese Haliburton is still the qualified leader in assists per night. He's rightfully known for his ability to make flashily effective dimes look routine, like this behind-the-back move which leads into a mid-air pass fake to Buddy Hield to draw gravity before he locates Mathurin on the baseline. But Haliburton's scoring has gone overlooked. His ability to gather momentum on a line drive with his slashing, then finish in heavy traffic by finding the right angle, is special in itself. Watch this shifty moving in and out dribble to freeze Monte Morris where he gains steam downhill and starts his 1-2 step well beyond the restricted area. This man's an underrated slasher, and also don't sleep on his early years raw Steph Curry-esque step back and spot up shooting. If that shooting continues to develop, look for Tyrese to cement himself as a superstar. The way Indiana's performed without him, going just 1-6 in the games he's missed, proves to you that Hallie's been the #1 factor to the Pacers shocking us this year. I made a separate video entirely breaking down Haliburton, so go watch that if you're interested. Just like the Pacers, Utah was supposed to bottom feed this year. Luckily for the Jazz, just like Haliburton, Lauri Markkanen had other plans. Beastly throwdowns like this catch and explosion over 3-time DPOY Gobert, this high IQ weak side cut on the baseline, this transition poster around Jalen Green, or another baseline jam, this time off the dribble where he flushes the reverse over 2 defenders, shows you Lowry's contact finishing prowess and underrated vertical. It's actually scary that a guy who can do that is also making 44% of his spot-up threes, and also has the ability to put it on the deck and shoot over the top of anyone with a 9'5" standing reach. The finisher has lived up to the nickname Chicago Bulls announcer Stacey King gave him, but he's also exceptional from every area on the court, putting up a breakout year that's definitely surprised the basketball universe. 2 spots behind LeBron, whose defiance of father time doesn't shock us anymore. Lowry's currently got the 3rd longest active streak of scoring 20+ points. We learned D. Mitch could score with the best of them back in the bubble, but with fans back in the building and Mitchell now in a brand new organization in Cleveland, his lethal bucket-getting consistency has been fairly hard to believe. Spida's currently posting the best total of his career in points, steals, field goal, 3-point, and free throw percentage. We could sit here obsessing about Mitchell's ravaging, top-of-the-league downhill force that he gathers with his attacks to the bucket, which includes probably the shiftiest ability to split double teams in the pick and roll out of anyone in the association. However, the most impressively shocking aspect from Mitchell this year has been his off-the-dribble shooting. This man's making a monster 52.9% of his threes after taking 7+ dribbles, an aspect of the mere 26-year-old's game that's significantly developed and is quite literally forcing defenses to pick their poison. Last season with Utah, after taking 7 bounces, Mitchell made just 34% of his threes, so that's evidently been the most surprising aspect of his production this year, showing you how much more dominant Paolo's been than any other rookie this season. Back on January 8th, he recorded his 8th 25+ point game, while all other rookies at that point had combined for 8 of those performances. Considering his handle off the bounce can get a lot better, yet Banchero's still a near 21 point per game scorer, look out for insane development from this kid in the coming years. Nevertheless, his offensive wherewithal is rare for a rookie. That'll serve him well in the association for many years. Thumbs up for a separate vid on Paolo. We'll stay down in Orlando though, where another young phenom, conversely in his 4th pro campaign, in the son of Manute, Bol, has also flashed onto the scene. With Bol, Victor Wembanyama may already be in the NBA, as the 7'2" with a 7'8" reach can drain contested deep-range looks following space-creating step-backs, with the ability to complement that aspect of his bag with move-out-of-the-way type hammers in the half-court. After faking this DHO to Franz Wagner, he shows you the type of posters he can pull off. By the way, I could have also put Wagner on this list, who's another big man with guard skills perfectly suited for the modern game, but regarding Bol, the footwork and handle he's got for his size makes him potentially generational if properly developed. Don't forget, man's still 23. Like Orlando, another future powerhouse in the extremely young yet talented Houston Rockets, who are led by a Nikola Jokic-esque facilitator in Alperen Şengün. You love to see Şengün's statistical progression in year 2 of his career. Aside from his abilities to make sound reads as the DHO type roll man, Alpy's making 68% of his shots from 0 to 3 feet, and that, plus the fact that he's an elite board getter, averaging nearly 12 boards per 36 minutes, is insane given he's no 7-footer, standing just 6'9". That proves Alperen's grittiness and hustle to snag all those rebounds over all the towers the NBA has to offer. On that note, next we'll look at two monster centers who are shocking the world, and firstly a man who's resembling the biggest draft steal of 2022. For some reason, 21 teams passed on the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year Walker Kessler in last year's draft. He's proceeded to post the NBA's fourth most amount of blocks per game, being the only rookie in the top 46 of that category. That alone shows you that despite his lack of pro experience, Kessler's a shockingly effective rim protector. Joel Embiid, aka Joel Embiidicic, is averaging career highs by far in field goal percentage, true shooting percentage, and points per game, which says a lot considering the numbers he's put up throughout his career. But shamefully, JoJo's only known as merely a foul-drawing merchant. But it's come to the point, and it's actually been at the point for a while, where his undeniably, more importantly consistently dominant scoring prowess gets completely underrated by NBA fans across the globe. Sure, he's never made it past the second round, and the Joker, who gets way more attention than him, has made it a round further than him, but given Embiid's averaging a league's second most only behind Dallas's Luka Doncic of 33.6 points per game on a very decent 54-35-86 shooting split, equating to a 64% true shooting mark, I think JoJo deserves some respect. Last but not least, had to give some love to Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics, who's always represented my takes well with his performances under the heavy scrutiny of all the Celtics vids I make. May have gave Kawhi some extra motivation when I said JB was better than him recently, but I'm going to stand on that take, because while he's been in and out of the lineup as of late, when at 100% both mentally and physically, Brown's a certified assassin regarding his ability to both break you down off the bounce with instinctively creative dribble combos, and also hang in the air like Michael Jordan for off-balanced haymakers in traffic. 27 points per game from this man in 22-23, and like many others mentioned on this list, that scoring has come on a career high from the field. If Jaylen broke out in 2022's playoffs, the Celtics' 1A, at times #1 scoring option in Jaylen Brown has solidified himself as a superstar in 22-23. Boston needs him back at 100% ASAP. He's fun to watch, so us fans also need him back. But who was left off this list and why? Leave your take for a chance at next vid shoutout.